My name is Bill Ayers. I'm a retired professor from the University of Illinois at Chicago. I think when we talk about school reform, we have to go to a basic standard and a basic understanding, and that is that education is a human right. It's not a product to be bought and sold at the marketplace. It's a fundamental human right. You can look it up. Article 26 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights says that every human being is entitled to an education geared toward the full development of the human personality. We have fallen into a trench in our conversation in the United States, and the big struggle is between whether education is a human right or a product. If it's a product, it's in deep competition at all times. You can buy and sell it. If it's a human right, every kid, regardless of the circumstances of their birth, has a right to go to a school that's within easy access, walking distance or a simple bus ride, not jumping through hoops. And that school should be fully funded, fully capable of engaging all these kids, fully trained teachers, etc. So this to me is the ideal that we should be striving toward. And anything less than that is not good enough. In fact, John Dewey said 110 years ago that whatever the wisest and most privileged parents have for their children, we as a community must demand for all of our children. Anything less destroys democracy. Anything less is a sin in a certain sense. So what we want is whatever the wisest and most privileged parents have. I get accused often of being utopian when I talk about schools because I think that kind of demand is actually within our reach. And it's true, I am a bit of a utopian. Talking to Edward Galeano, the great revolutionary from Uruguay, he said he too is accused of being a utopian. And it's true. And what good is utopia? If you take 2 steps towards utopia, utopia takes 2 steps away. If you take 10 steps toward utopia, utopia takes 10 steps away. So what good is utopia? And the answer is utopia is good for walking. If we don't know what we want, then how do we know what we're struggling toward? And what I want is decent, fully funded, fully resourced schools for all kids, for children of formerly enslaved people, the ancestors of formerly enslaved people, recent immigrants from poor nations, native kids, poor kids. I want a decent school experience for all those kids. Is it utopian? Perhaps, but that's where we should be walking.